Hello, this is the Provoked Prawn, and I was at the Logi Play event in Berlin, a Logitech event held specially to show off a number of different devices the company's been working on and is releasing, and there's some pretty exciting stuff in there, so I thought it was worth doing a quick summary video to talk about all the different things that I saw and what's coming, the most exciting of which is Logitech's first handheld gaming console, which was designed 100% for the cloud, as they say, from the ground up to give you thousands of games at your fingertips. Essentially, this is a lightweight, portable gaming tablet, so it runs on Android 11, but it is mostly focused on gaming on the cloud. So although it has Google Play Store installed, and you can install Android games on it, it's actually designed for cloud-based experiences using Xbox Cloud Gaming with Game Pass Ultimate, and also NVIDIA's GeForce Now service to give you access to thousands of games potentially via the cloud. This means it works over 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, so you need a good, strong, fast Wi-Fi connection at home in order to make the most of it. And you can only really use it at home unless you're using it with Android apps, because it doesn't have any 5G or 4G capabilities for roaming around. So you can't use it on a plane, for example, and other things. But if you want to game at home, you've got a 7-inch 1080p display, 60 hertz refresh rate, touch screen, 450 nits of brightness, and it's pretty impressive. I was actually got some hands-on experience with it, and I watched other people playing on it. There's a variety of games, Forza 5, Far Cry 5, there was Halo being shown off on it and things, and it seemed pretty smooth. It was a reasonable smooth experience. There was some lag, some latency issues you could see, but there were about 10 people playing with these consoles in the same room, in the same Wi-Fi network, so you can understand that there might be some issues there, so you've got to be a bit forgiving with it. And it's really lightweight and portable and comfortable. They've designed it really well, so there's potential there for it to be really exciting in the long term if you're interested in that sort of thing. It also has Steam Link capabilities, so if you've got a gaming PC, you can hook it up to that and basically stream games straight to it. It's coming in at $299 to start with as pre-order, and it'll be available from the 17th of October, but in the US only. So there's no word on whether it will go to other regions, so I don't even know if I'll get to see it for review purposes, for example, which would be a shame because it seems like a pretty interesting gaming experience if you're looking for a handheld console that you can use around the house and have that freedom to play loads of different games from the cloud services. So it's pretty neat and interesting. The other thing that was really interesting to me is Blue Sona, which is a dynamic XLR microphone, but it's an active one and it has some interesting highlights to it. So it doesn't require a cloud lifter, and they're saying if you use 48 volts of phantom power, you'll get much better sound and with a lower gain. But more importantly, has some clever technology built into it. So it's designed with a dual diaphragm capsule and a supercardioid pickup pattern. Essentially, it has some tech built into it, including internal shock mount and other things, but it's designed to pick up and focus on your voice and eliminate a lot of the surrounding background noise. Now, when I spoke to their designers, they actually mentioned about how they've built it so it'll help eliminate a lot of that, but also so it's really user-friendly. So there's some hardware switches on the back of the microphone, and I will be doing a review on this in the near future, so subscribe if you haven't already to see more on it. But there's some hardware switches back there for bass roll-off and for the presence adjustment, but otherwise it should be plug and play in something like a Go XLR. You don't need to do a lot of faffing around with it. And now Blue and Logitech have designed this mic to essentially stand up as a competitor to the Shure SM7B, which has been my favorite for a long time, and that's the microphone I'm using for this voiceover now to give you an idea of that quality. So they're really aiming for the top notch microphones out there, and it is expensive as a result. It is quite a lot of money. I'll leave links in the description so you can find out more about all the things that I'm talking about, but it isn't going to be cheap, but it does sound like it's going to be great. And I also saw it and heard it, and I knocked out some sounds in the surrounding environment. So they had a keyboard there, and I was testing to see if it would pick up that sound, and it didn't, and it sounded great. It sounded really broadcast quality as well. So I'm expecting good things from this, especially since Logitech's been working with Blue for a while. Now, the other thing that was announced that I didn't get to see, sadly, is Logitech's G Fit earbuds. So they did a video on this, and I'll leave some shots to show you what it's like. But essentially, these are high-performance earbuds that are designed to work with both Bluetooth and Lightspeed wireless. So you can use them in a variety of things, including PlayStation, Switch, PC, and your mobile device. They'll also have USB-A and USB-C dongles that you can get, and you will be able to use either low latency Bluetooth with gaming mode or standard mode, or that 2.4 gigahertz light speed wireless connection. So you have a faster, lower latency connection, which will be better for gaming purposes. They also say that it has passive noise cancellation that's fantastic, and that's because they're custom molded tips. So what you do is you put the earbud into your ear and then use the app, which walks you through the process and delivers a custom fit in 60 seconds, or so is the claim. We didn't get to see this in action, but basically you put those ear tips in and it uses some LEDs to soften up the material and get the shape of your ear canal. By doing that, it eliminates a lot of background noise and gives you some great passive noise cancellation. They say there's no ANC, so there's no active noise cancellation in these earbuds, but that means that they'll last longer in theory, so you can get up to 7 hours of battery life out of them. They also have built-in beamforming microphones that they claim cancel out a lot of noise as well, so you can use them and talk to your friends still while playing games. 11mm drivers that are tuned specifically for gaming, so they should be pretty interesting. Again, they're shipping in the US first and then early 2023 for the rest of the world, so hopefully I'll get to see those and be able to talk about those as well. Then there's Litra Beam, which is a set of lights essentially that you can adjust into a variety of positions. So they're key lights solutions, but in this interesting sort of bar shape that you can then adjust upwards and angle at sides and other things. This means that you can get interesting lighting experiences in a variety of different ways. Also, it seems like you're powered by Logitech G Hub, but also that you can plug it into your PC and power it, or directly into the mains. And you also have the power to adjust it over via hardware buttons on the lights themselves. I'll be doing a video on this separately, going into a bit more depth on it. Pretty interesting key light solution. It basically gives you more flexibility in how you use them and adjustable. I'll leave all the details in the description so you can find out more about that. One of the other interesting things that came out of the show is the sim racing wheel. So I'm not into racing wheels myself in a big way, but if you are, there's a really expensive $1,000 setup with a really impressive bit of kit, really nice wheel with 11 Newton meters of force, and it's meant to be 5 times more force than any other Logitech wheel. And also just they've gone into a lot of depth in just how solid and well built this is, and other things around the pedal adjustment, so you can customize and modify the fit of them, adjust the resistance, take the clutch off if you don't want to use it, and other things like that. And it's basically all about forced feedback and how you'll be able to feel the track and like changes in the car, gravel on the road, things like that. The clever thought out process around that as well, so that's really neat. The other thing that I thought was particularly interesting is Streamlabs is now releasing Collab Cam, which is basically a way that you can add an extra source in, which basically pulls in someone else's webcam. So you add a source into Streamlabs, you activate that, and then you can send a browser link to your friend, for example. They can follow that and it will use their webcam directly in the browser, and then that'll be pulled into your stream. You can use this to then collaborate with other streamers. In my case, I'll probably be using it for the podcast that I do on my podcast channel, because it makes life a lot easier in terms of getting people's camera into there and at a good quality, because it's meant to come in at 1080p. Plus you can pull in up to 4 people if you're on the paid plan, or 1 person for free. So pretty interesting, and some good controls there, so it should be pretty cool. Lots of exciting things coming from Logitech. The Astro A30 headset is the other one. This is an impressive bit of kit as well. A really nice looking headset with a variety of different things that are worth talking about. But I'm going to do a separate review on that one, so stick around for that, because I have my hands on it now. So I'll be showing that off soon. Hopefully that's been an interesting look at what's coming from Logitech. This has been the Provoked Prawn. Thanks for watching.